one of my Christmas presents from my lovely wife is new speakers for my Accord, and it's got 6x9 speakers in the back and 6.5-inch speakers in the front. I ended up getting the Infinity Kappa reference speakers for both the back and the front. What I really like about them is the built-in crossover they have. I'll go into more details about the speakers later, but the crossover is a really neat feature that a lot of speakers in this price range don't have. But I'll do a more formal unboxing as I'm installing them. Anyhow, what I wanted to show in this video was, being an engineer, I want to compare objectively the performance of the existing speakers with the new speakers in my car. And what I'm going to do is my car, believe it or not, still only has a tape deck. It doesn't have a CD player in it. Um, so thinking about how to generate a test signal, I ended up reconnecting this old tape deck that I hadn't used in a long time. It's a Sony tape deck. I can't see it too well in this light, but these cell phone cameras have very poor light capability because of the lens. Anyway, you can see it better there. Um, so I pulled out my old Sony tape deck, reconnected it to an old receiver, and what I did is I generated test signals with this freeware program that you can download off the web. I highly recommend it. It's called Audacity. Audacity, Audacity, and it allows you to manipulate sound files, and it generates files as well. It generates noise signals, and you can analyze the spectrum, the frequency content of the signals. So here I generated a white noise signal, which I'm gonna, or I already did actually, record it onto an old tape, so I can play it off of my tape deck in the car. Uh, and I also generated a 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz sweep, and a constant 60 hertz signal, and a constant 45 hertz signal. So that gives me a wide variety of signals to play with. And I also threw in some excerpts from the Black Eyed Peas and some other somewhat bass heavy songs. But anyway, so I generated these signals with Audacity on my computer, connected it to my tape deck, and recorded them. And you can see the results here. So the first signal is the white noise, and it goes on for 10 seconds. And then we have the sweep, I believe, 20 to 20 kilohertz, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. And then the constant 60 hertz signal, and the constant 45 hertz signal. And then we have some various musical excerpts. But anyhow, obviously the tape deck doesn't have the best fidelity. The recording a test signal, onto a tape and playing it from a tape doesn't have the best fidelity. But I just want, some objective data to show the before and after results of swapping just the speakers. I'm leaving the original uh, car stereo in there, and I'm really curious if there's going to be a substantial improvement just by changing the speakers without obviously going with a new tape deck or a new receiver, a new head unit, and an external amplification. So this is doing nothing to the stock system in my car except for swapping out the speakers. I should get to this over the weekend, and I'll show you the results of the before and after.